Welcome back to Whistle Watch. We will be looking at Mallia's tackle on Williams from the previous week. We will look at Louis Rees-Zammit's disallowed try in Cardiff against England on Saturday, and as well Zander Fagerson's red card. Let's get straight into Whistle Watch. Right then, let's start off with Mallia's tackle on Grant Williams. So this is from the previous week. Now the reason why we didn't discuss this last week was what we don't like to do is interfere in the process that's in place when there is a sighting. So, is it a red card? Yes, it is. Now some people have been saying, well, he touched the ball, it's a charge down. Yes, he did touch the ball. Yes, it is a charge down, he touched the ball. But when you put yourself in the air, in the situation like Mallía did, whilst you're in that air, you are totally out of control of your actions. So you can't now dictate what happens next. So even though you touch the ball, it's irrelevant because your actions have become dangerous. You jump in the air, you turn your body, you clatter into a player who's on the ground, and whilst you're doing that, you have no control over the safety of the situation and the safety of that player. Your actions are deemed to be reckless and therefore dangerous and is a red card. Louis Rees-Zammit disallowed try in Wales is a very good win in Cardiff against England. I'm sorry I'm saying that with a smile on my face. What we have here, we have the TMO first of all saying it is a try, because some people think it is a try, so when you're looking at this they feel it is a try, so then the try is awarded. But when they look at it again, they can see that the ball had actually been lost, so which means that Louis Rees-Zammit was not in control. So this means now it's a knock-on. So if he was holding the ball and he was in control of the ball and put the ball down, the ball never leaves his hand, there's no separation, he's always in control, therefore the try would have been awarded. If the ball was already on the ground or bouncing in the air, he puts his hand on the ball and takes the ball down to ground it, the try would have been awarded. But what you see here, his hand touches the ball. He actually then loses control of that ball before he touches it again. That means that he has lost the ball forward, because if you lose control of the ball, unless you regather it before it touches the ground or another player, then it becomes a knock-on. The referee was quite right with the TMO then the second time looking at it and not allowing the try. Zander Fagerson, red card. Right, this is where the bunker works well. It reaches the yellow card threshold. The referee sends it to the bunker. He is now able to continue with the game. They review it in the bunker. They come back with the correct decision. It is dangerous play. It is a red card without any doubt. Some of you have been asking, and this is the important bit to remember, the referee has the final say on that field. So when the referee is looking at this, if he decides this is a red card, he can give the red card there and then. He doesn't have to send it to the bunker for somebody else to decide. He still has the control, still is in charge, and should be making those red card decisions himself if he feels that what he is seeing is a red card. But here, they're looking at it. It's a difficult one maybe to see. They send it to the bunker. The process works well. Jimmy O'Brien, disallowed try. Now this is where the Hawkeye works very well. So what you have here, you have the referee not sighted to see if Jimmy O'Brien had got the ball down. Now he obviously doesn't. The Italian player gets there first. It's shoulder to shoulder going for the ball, so there's no illegal takeout. The TMO now with the Hawkeye is able to zoom in on this, look at it, decide no try, feed back to the referee, say, look, no, it's not a try. The referee then can carry on with a goal line dropout, so he doesn't need to go up and spend a minute or so looking at a couple of replays before making the decision, because the TMO is able to look at it in the background with the Hawkeye system and give a correct and accurate and quick decision. And that's it for Whistle Watch this week. Let's go on now to answer your Emirates fans questions. Question, Nigel, to you. Only joking, Bruce. Do you think the problems at the scrum in the first half of Wales-England game were down to the referee holding them too long before calling the set? The first thing to remember is the referee does not cause the problems in the scrum. Now, what the referee can contribute to is a continuation of the problems if he doesn't deal with the issue. What is very difficult for the referee to get is that balance of not having it too quick, where they come together too quick and causes instability, or keeping them apart too long where then they're just itching to go in and then causes more problems. So what the referee needs to do is to get that timing right. So it's a balance that needs to be get. How are the new calves doing? The new calves are doing well, thank Mike. They are out on the field now. Otherwise I could show you them in the shed, but one was born out here on Thursday night and the other one was born inside on Friday morning, but they're both out with the mothers and they're both doing well. And thanks for asking. Why was Dan Biggar allowed to play with no number on his jersey when he came on as a sub? As long as one player doesn't have a number on the jersey, it's fine, because it's easy to identify a player then because he was the one without the number. So what you can't have is two number 2s on the field, two players without a number on their back, because if they were dealing with issues that meant a player needed to be penalised or needed to be sanctioned, then they can't determine which one it was, because all they can see is the back of the jersey with no number on it. So with Dan Biggar with no number on his back, that doesn't make a problem at all, as long as it's just him in that game. Let me ask you a question then, Mike, and people listening to this. What are your thoughts on players having their names on the back of the jersey? Is this something we like in rugby? Let me know what your views are. That's it. So thanks for your Emirates fans questions. Keep them coming in. Now let's preview some of the players selected for the Rugby World Cup. Congratulations to those players from New Zealand, England, Argentina and Samoa who selected for the Rugby World Cup squads this week. So let's take a look at the players who have been selected and those who are thriving to be hopefully selected or are certainly close to selection. David Havili, now then, he parachuted himself into the New Zealand squad after only returning from a hamstring injury and playing for his club on Friday. Now this might not be Danny Care's first Rugby World Cup, but certainly at 36 years of age you could say there's life in the old dog yet. I remember reffing Danny Care when he was a little youngster, starting off on his international career, and look at him now. We've been one of the most experienced, not oldest, the most experienced, and deservedly so. Really has been on some top form, particularly over the last sort of 18 months to 2 years as well. So congratulations to Danny Care. And Jack Morgan returning from injury to captain Wales on the weekend. And on Saturday we saw his assist in the Gareth Davies try, and also as well, I don't think that any Welshman or maybe any Englishman will forget his tackle on Tom Pearson in the second half. Darcy Graham, now there are not many faster people than him about in the game. When he gets the ball, he's got a little bit of Shane Williams about him. We just don't know what is going to happen next, and there's a buzz of an excitement around it as well. So with 3 tries in 2 games, I'd be pretty confident that he is very, very close, if not already confirmed on that team sheet. Now Tonga has benefited from the eligibility laws, and we have seen Fekitoa and Pitau playing for Tonga. Now even though they are winless in the Pacific Nations Cup, they certainly will contribute to the depth and talent in that Tongan squad. Agustin Creevy officially earned 100 caps for Argentina on the weekend, the first Argentinian player to do so, and also as well going to his 4th Rugby World Cup. Congratulations to you. Well, that's it for another Whistle Watch. Don't forget to send in your Emirates fans questions, and I'll see you next week.